No!
Strong no from Johnny Bairstow. We mentioned the seamers. From England's point of view, they have plenty of options the way they have selected the side. Sam Curran, Chris Jordan, Reece Topley, Richard Gleeson. You got Ngidi, Rabada, Pethler-Quayo, the main ones for South Africa. Of course, the spin of Maharaj and Shamsi. When will they play a part? Well, mid-off is deep and Bairstow is quick. I think that's hit the fielder on the knee, maybe. Riley Russo, I'm sure I heard someone scream or yelp in pain. He's pinned him somewhere. Knee, I reckon. Painful, those ones. They've had 3 sixes in this innings, this brief innings so far. One of the advantages of commentating outside, the sound. Butler hit that one down over wide, long on. It sounded like a bullet coming out of a gun.
Yeah, I think we'll see plenty more of them tonight. South Africa just holding England at bay at the moment.
Only singles from it. 48 for 2. That's the power play done. So South Africa won the toss and they asked England to bat. And Butler was quickly into his stride. A wonderful 6 down the ground, followed by another one carved away for 4 on the offside, and then a terrific catch from the captain. The end of it looks easy, but it was the bit he did to get himself into position to take that. Massive hit from Dawid Malan, and then a very clever, skillful slower ball from Ngidi. Gave him his second, South Africa his second, and the wicket of Jason Roy. So 48 for 2 after the first power play. We are now going to see some spin. Is this the right end for Maharaj?
Yeah, I think it is. I think turning it away from the short side of the ground, we'll see Shamsi and him work in tandem until one of them is taken down or certainly taken on. But throughout the ODIs, he was very, very effective, picked and chose very cleverly how and when he came on to bowl. Be interesting to see how Dawid Malan plays him here, with the hitting out to the long side. Wardy, I think this is the line and the length that you'll see spinners bowl today. Into the wicket, struggle to get under it, struggle to get down the wicket, and sometimes it hits the seam or hits the shiny side. That ball not quite bouncing for Dawid Malan, so he has no choice but to chip it into the leg side for one. Very good bowling.
Well, might be 2. No, Fielder does well. In Maharaj's first over, Butler hit him for 6. He was sort of trying to do that, but Butler's wrist work is so quick, he managed to plonk it in the crowd for 6. 50 comes up after 6 overs and 2 balls.
Yeah, there's a fine line between a good ball and a bad ball, particularly when you have ground dimensions like this.
Well, England dealing with singles at the minute. They will want more. Current run rate would take them just past 150. Both Bairstow and Malan have just sort of gesticulated. The ball sort of skidded from that length that you were talking about. There it is again.
field changes. Bairstow comes back on strike for the final ball to the right-hander. That's a very, very short side. Bairstow will have to play against the spin, if any spin. We haven't seen any yet. But certainly a really good over so far from Maharaj. He's conceding 5. Big last ball.
Does go leg side and goes into the gap all the way for 6. Lovely way for Bairstow and England to end the 7th. 59 for 2.
South Africa at the Bristol Pavilion at number 26.
11 runs off the last over, largely because of that 6 off the last ball from Johnny Bairstow. Small margins that Owen Morgan was talking about. That was a wonderful shot. England needed it too. They'd been pegged back by South Africa with the wicket of Butler and the wicket of Roy, and then a host of singles, but this was a maximum, and there are very small margins, Owen.
Very small. Not that bad of a ball. Bairstow off the back foot, just chipping it into the short side. Really smart cricket from Johnny Bairstow.
Powered away this time from Milan. Another 6.
Big change in momentum here for England. 6 the last ball of the previous over. 6 the first ball of the 8th over. Using dimension to the ground really well here. Milan recognising short side this end for him works in his favour. See Davin Milan targeting that short side over to the leg side with the longer side on the offside. Shamsi will be trying to keep him away from that leg side.
Ooh, end to turn. Bairstow was looking for a single, had to scamper back.
Good aggressive comeback this from Shamsi. First ball going for 6, second ball touch Fuller giving a good rip. Great to see.
Oh, yeah.
Nice control of the blade from David Milan there. Just a single, but eased into the offside. That delivery, that turn, will pique the interest of Adil Rashid, that's for sure. Give him something to work with. Can sort of create angles though, can't it, this turn?
Definitely can. Considering how short your spell is of 4 overs, you might bowl them sporadically, but any turn on offer just create a hint of doubt in the batsman's eyes is useful.
He's disgusted with himself.
That's really bad bat. What's that? I said that was really bad bat. Sorry. Thank you.
Hit hard, sounded sweet. I think the fielder lost it. I think the fielder lost it because he sort of bailed out at the last minute and it went over the fence at catchable height.
Claessen's the fielder. If he'd have stood exactly where he is now, it would have hit him straight in the chest. Hit hard and flat from Bairstow. He comes running in as the back pedal and just there loses it. Loses it. Oh, how big a miss is that going to be? Johnny Bairstow at the crease, just getting going.
Bairstow needs to make the most of that let-off, definitely. Happy with the single here to end the 8th, 73 for 2. It looked for all money that Klassen was just going to stand there and take it two-handed above his head. No trouble, but he lost it, and Johnny's losing it with someone in the crowd.
As an England fan, it's always good to see Johnny starting a fight with somebody else. Normally gets him fired up. Things have been too easy. He's had a let off.
Well, Warner used to pick a fight, didn't he, to get himself into the game? Maybe Johnny's doing that. Well, this is Klassen. Just looked for all money that he's just going to go pluck, take it straight out of the air, then lost it just at the crucial junction. Says it all.
What a horrible feeling, Wardy. Missing a chance, knowing big, big wicket.
I did it in a Sunday League game at Northants. Completely lost it. Turned away, hit my foot, went for 6.
So it didn't cost that much then.
Yes, 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 yes.
I've dropped that many over the years that I've stopped counting.
Trying to think of what background it is that Klassen's looking into. There is a lot of glare off one of the windows on the flats down at the Ashley Down Road end. But I don't think that's the right angle. I don't think it went high enough to go into the lights.
No, definitely not in the lights, but normally is an excellent fielder. As we see some of the reflection from the glass, maybe just caught in a little one of those windows. Great bowling this again, Wardy. Excellent shot from David Milan. Beautiful high hands. Bowler thinking that he'll go leg side. Manipulates it to the long side of the ground. Really smart batting from Milan. Yeah, that's 6. Really, really clever batting from David Milan. 1 on the 6th ball of the last over to get himself the strike. He knows things are in his favour this over.
When you make a couple of mistakes in the field, do you find the ball always follows you for the rest of the game?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank God when you were a captain, you had so much to think about that you forgot about it quite quickly. Whereas when you weren't, you just found the ball coming in your direction every opportunity.
Hit hard into the gap, skip away for 4. Well, Shamsi is under real pressure here. He's bowled 9 deliveries and gone for 25.
Yeah, better cricket from Johnny Bairstow. Rocks onto the back foot and picks his gap to perfection. More of a drag down from Shamsi. He's certainly under pressure at the moment. 11 from just 3 deliveries in this over.
Goes again, this time deliberately lifts it high and handsomely into the crowd. Excellent batting from Johnny Bairstow, and Shamsi is going to get some advice from some of his teammates now. He's gone from 31 from 1 over and 4 balls.
That's a huge drag down. Bit of a pie, actually. Bairstow tucks into it. He's not going to miss out on something like that, even if it is to the long side.